Alright then, welcome back to Prey. I guess I didn't save anything, so we're just gonna go back to the autosave, but whatever. The autosave will probably just take us to the point where it's jumping, back into our apartment. Basically after, the shenanigans that basically happened to whatever happened to that guy. Yes, here we are waking up in our apartment again. I'm just gonna quickly pick up everything I picked up last time, so just bear with me while I do that. And note, by the way, it is important to pick up everything because, we're not really coming back. We'll be moving on finally from this point of the game. So, here's our suit. Now, what's going on here? Oh, I have a flashlight I can use. Actually, it has a tutorial for it, I guess. She does not look too good this time around. She's a corpse now. Now, interestingly enough, look at this. Basically, you can see this guy's got a wrench on him.
Hello, Morgan. It's time we spoke. My code name is January. You're not dreaming. What happened yesterday was real. If you want to know what's going on, first, you need to get out of your apartment building. You're not safe.
Alright, so you're gonna basically swing a wrench. Escape from your apartment. And yeah, nope, by the way, there's no, hallway over here at this point. By the way, in the bottom left, you can basically see that I have a flashlight, it basically charges up and down, so your finger's indefinite, basically. Alright, so, escape from your apartment. A stranger named January contacted me to say that I'm in danger, and I need to escape my apartment. There's something about January's voice that's bothering me. Yes, where am I supposed to go? There's a tutorial for this again if I want, but whatever. So danger, leave now. EOM. Okay, January, if you say so. But how? I'm kinda high up, aren't I? Now, no, by the way, I'm basically safe at this point. But The idea is essentially like, you know, you're supposed to figure out something here. You see, we're not exactly high up or anything like that. So there's our apartment.
Good. You're in the simulation lab. Now get to the exit. I'll keep in contact.
Alright, so we're basically outside of our simulation. Alright, so audio events. Refer to test program for timing of audio events. Note, pitch and visuals have been disabled due to glitch in the render data.
Hey, Morgan. Wake up. You're burning daylight. You sent the helicopter to pick you up. It's just a few tests. Don't forget to wear your suit. See you soon. Oh, listen, really great you decided to come on board. We're gonna shake things up, Morgan. Like old times.
Alright, so there's that. There's the sound of a helicopter. So activity log. Sleeping. Wakes up, turn off alarm. Checks transcribe. On computer, various tasks. Takes shower, puts on uniform, exits apartment. So that's our like usual like, you know, daily routine, I guess, as they wake up. So simulation debriefing and observation. That's that way. This is a stairway right here, or stairwell rather. So soundstage rules. Absolute science when simulation is in progress. Do not enter stage unless in costume. Do not interact with subject off script. Soundstage A reminders. That's too bright. Always reset the position of stage props in the apartment after each test. Replacements for damaged props can be found in the storage area. Be careful not to bump glass when in observation zones. The helicopter ride looking glass sequence should only be reset in the overlooking control room. Make sure to clear the rooftop of any stray objects during the simulated flight. Always return the helicopter to its right position after being serviced. Replacement flop basically over here, I guess. See, I basically like look around here for a little bit and don't think there's like, you know, any chance of us being attacked just yet, but you know, there will be things to come. Oh, there's our first enemy. Now, I want to note that the idea of the enemies in this game is that they basically mimic, like, you know, things. And essentially, like, you know, yeah, there's like our first enemy. We're just gonna take that tumor from him. Now, I'll note this is like very similar to like you know, System Shock, where like you have like, you know, things that basically like, you know, you can basically like, you know, pick up from these guys, but you need like, you know, certain like, you know, science effects basically to like, you know, pick up like the rest of the stuff. So right now, basically, I can get like the Typhoon organ, but I can't get like the like, you know, mimic tumor here. So just to throw it out there as something to note. Yeah, basically, like, there's like the door can open. Lock for near side, but not this side. There's a helicopter over there, by the way, and the elevator we basically took. There's like the the door here, I guess, into our apartment. Alright, now not by like, this game like, sort of like has like a sort of like pre-planned like, sort of path you're supposed to take, but I sort of took a, indirect one, but whatever. So here's like our wrench. The Hephaestus Hefty Twixt and Loop Handle Wrench is standard issue for all maintenance personnel employed in TranStar facilities. Good for liberal application of percussive maintenance and mechanical agitation. Use mouse 1 to swing your wrench. Important press like mouse 1 will charge the attack. All wrench attacks basically drain your stamina. So yes, for hefty wrench here basically does a lot of damage, but it takes melee, stamina to use it. So the safe code is something. So someone left a sticky note with the password here. For Marco Simmons here, I guess. So reminder about company password policy. Password protection. Do not share your password with anyone. Passwords are sensitive, confidential information. Passwords must not be interested in email messages, transcribed conversations, or other forms of communication. Do not write down passwords and store them anywhere in your office. If you suspect your password being compromised, report to IT immediately. Users will be held responsible for any activity that occurs on a workstation that has been compromised and not reported. So, yeah, I know this is not very much followed, but whatever. So, I know this morning's incident has left people shaken. To prevent unnecessary panic, please refrain from contacting people outside your department. A station-wide announcement may be made shortly. In the meantime, Ms. Elzar and her security team are on high alert and will field any requests you have. I know some of you have been worried about Dr. Bellamy. He's currently being treated in the trauma center and is but is in critical but stable condition. Thank you for your patience and dedication to this project. Simmons, the test results today were all negative. Did you install the correct neuromods? Touch base with Grace and figure out what went wrong. This should be your absolute highest priority. So delivery for debrief. Delivery to Marco Simmons from Fabrication Department. Megan Desidara excuse detective investigate with Fabrication Marco. So yeah, there is like safes in this game, by the way, and I'll note that you can hack into these safes. And you basically have the hacking skill, or basically you use a password to get into them. So yeah, there was basically a safe code password here, but I can't really read it anymore, so oh well. Chair. Oh, that's a camera that's basically looking at us right there. And yes, there's things over there. Right then, so let's stop wasting around and start doing things, I guess. See, I guess the idea is that we're supposed to come through it this way basically, but when it went around the other way, but whatever. Here's the helicopter, by the way. And I know basically I can go this way to do stuff. Now, I know because there's mimics in this game, right from the get-go, you have to always be on your toes basically to watch out for a mimic attack. So yes, what is going on? Well, let's just confirm ourselves here. Notice that things basically like, you know, snap where you need to go. So here we are back in the testing lab, or like, you know, simulated testing lab. Where's a med kit? Let's take that. See, I know just like a quick select stuff if you basically want to. When I basically got that med kit, basically what I want to do here is basically like go to the med kit, me like, you know. Alright, never mind. I thought you like your med kit on the Hot Wheel, but whatever, you can't. Basically, there's a Hot Wheel in this game, like, you know, much like other consoles, so you basically can swap through your stuff if you basically want to. I guess there's a limit to basically what you can put on it, so you have to watch out for that. Alright, so Dimitri Bowser. So scene selection takes to the rooftop entrance to testing facility. Reset the test rooms to current configurations. Let's reset. So now everything's ready.
Typhon cacoplasmus. Everyone calls them mimics. Be careful what you pick up.
So yeah, that's a mimic. Oh, that's a dead mimic. I'm not bad if I want to have like gone through like, you know, these places, you know, places in order. Like, you know, basically met the mimic inside the thing there. I think it is. Or not, I'm not really sure, but whatever. Alright, so yeah, this is basically like the testing area where we're basically in. There's our apartment over there. So Morgan's behavior. Alex has requested all orders go through him after Morgan's outburst at debrief. Pending a psych evaluation, Alex indicated he doesn't want any more surprises from Morgan, nor do we, granted. Morgan has forgotten everything from the last test, as expected, but the aggressive response to the same set of testing criteria was clearly a departure. My recommendation is we need to start charting personality drift before future tests, in the briefings and within the test itself. So, basically we're having a personality drift problem or something like that, but whatever. Oh yeah, by the way, we can pick up stuff and throw it. Dead science operator here. Let's pick up the stuff right there. Alright, so, exit lobby, skill recorder, stage B control room. Now we're on top of our set here. The soundstage rules basically again. See, I have to be like careful about everything, right? So you're dead. Whoop! You saw that coffee cup mug jump right there? That was a mimic. So yeah, basically, like, you know, they're mimicking stuff, but, you know, it's sort of like, you know, a deadly prop hunt, so... Alright, so here's a guy right here. Take his apple. See, I noticed, by the way, that, like, you know, we're going to basically reset the roof here. So the idea is basically, like, you know, outside, like, the helicopter, or I guess, like, you know, in, like, our apartment, basically, like, you know, it's like the same we have, and we, like, switch it basically over to, like, the other one. Because, you know, simulation. There's the looking glass being turned off. You know, I never like fully explored down here just to, like, you know, point out there, so I just want to go back here to see if there's anything down there I'm missing, so... We'll be back up here in a moment. Now, I will note there is fall damage in this game, so you have to watch out for that, but, you know... It's easy enough to basically avoid, so whatever. Alright, interesting. Can't get out at this point. Well, whatever. I'm not bothered there's like sort of like bugs in this game. Though sometimes you can basically slide through them, but you know, not always. So I have the flashlight for now. Come up here. It's time to push on.
Get it off!
No one has been able to stop the mimics from multiplying since they broke containment. I'm going to help you stay alive. Just a little further.
So yeah, I'll note that the mimics, when they basically kill people, they multiply. That's the idea for how they basically operate. There's a mimic in here is a thing, right? Guess not. Alright, let's go check some email. So Jovan, we'll need the room updated to a new test plan. Configurations are as follows: Room area is area effect, Room B is copycat, and Room C is spooky action. Let us know if anything changes. Urgent. I think Bellamy is taking Dad related to mimicry and remote manipulation out of the research department. Get to the trauma center and grab the keycard to his cabin off his body. I'm sorry to be morbid, but Alex will lose his shit if someone else finds that data. So basically, there's data in Bellamy's corpse, I guess. Now, don't bother, like it says, like carry, like, you know, leverage 2. Some things in this game you can carry, but other things you can't unless you have like the skill for it. So whenever you see, like, you know, leverage 2 basically means you can't carry it, or leverage 3 basically you can't carry it without, like, you know what you basically need. Play your way. All right, so experiment with different approaches to overcome challenges and enemies. You can get past the locked door by searching for a keycard or finding an alternate path. As you learn new abilities, more options will be available to you. So yeah, basically play your way. Basically, you can, like, you know, use a keycard. Alright, well, we know where the mimic is. And I saw a mimic over here somewhere. You want to guess that the mimic's the trash can? So yeah, notice that the shoe is basically moving there. Finally! I'll note that usually they're not that erratic, the mimics, but early on they basically are, just to, like, you know, throw you off, but whatever. Early on they don't want you killing them. Alright, there's the key card. Alright, so personality drift results. Dr. Bellamy, here are results from today's personality test. I'm seeing some drift over the last few trials compared with previous results. This isn't the first time. I'll let Alex know. Most recent test is pasted below for reference. You're planning a vacation, go somewhere familiar you know, you love, or try something new? New. You've been sentenced to death for your actions. How does this make you feel? Afraid. I don't know what will happen. A runaway train is bearing down on 5 people who are tied to a track. You can cause the train to switch tracks, but there is one person tied to the tracks. Do nothing. Do nothing. Do nothing. So, you know, basically, how do you answer, right? Dr. Bellamy, at this point, Morgan's exhaustion is inhibiting our ability to get any useful results. That's to say, nothing of the long-term damage we're likely inflicting from the constant neuromod installation removal. Tell me again why we're extending the test indefinitely? Still, have my people in contact coming to you? Still, yes, I've noticed the same thing. You know I can't divulge names, but there has definitely been a spike in staff from your department reporting incidents of acute anxiety. It's actually much worse with the psychotic staff. I'm talking to Kelstrup about mitigating some stress there, but I'm concerned these are not isolated incidents. I'm going to mention it to Alex in the next directions meeting, so that'll be important later on, but like, you know, stuff is basically happening. Alright, so set up notes. Test for free 24. Reorder test. Lucia on observation C. Bellamy. Viability test cancelled indefinitely. Alex wants to greet Morgan before test. Alright, that should be it for the mimics here, but whatever. There's a rank out there, but I'll show off what that's all about later. Hey Alice, I'll send you the white paper Alex Morgan wrote. Here's the nutshell version for now. Getting a new spill for a neuromod works similarly to the way your brain creates new memories. In fact, it's impossible for now to separate the changes the mod makes from normal memory formation. So if I want to strip the neuromod that makes you play piano from Gustus Lehner, it'll reset your brain back to the moment before you first installed it. They want Morgan's mind pristine to receive the prototype neuromods. That means going way the hell back. Hence the apartment sim. Yes, are dedicated to their science is all I can say. Hit me up for lunch later. So basically, like, you know, in this game, neuromods are basically your skills, but if you basically remove them from the person, their memory gets reset back to, like, you know, the point where they basically, like, put them in. So our memory was basically reset back to, like, before we even came back up to, like, this, like, you know, this place here. Now, don't bother, this says air here. You need, like, a hacking, like, skill basically to jump into it, so you can't actually open this up because you need hacking one required. It's nothing too important, but whatever, I just want to point out there, you need, like, you know, certain skills basically to do stuff. Oh, get back here. What do you turn into? Yeah, the damn things are kind of fast. Got it. Now, I will note that you can get injured in this game, and if you get injured, you can basically eat food basically to like, heal yourself up, so... We'll eat our food. Note that my health is basically like, it gone up by 5, but it's also like slowly regenerating here, so we have like basically this like, sort of like bolus fed stats, which lets us like, regenerate our health. That'll be good for now. Now, not boy if I want to, I could go for that door, but there's like an alternate way of basically getting out of here, so just want to show it off. This is basically how we get out of that area if we want to basically avoid a door. Now, what's that fella over there? So, I'll note that's basically a phantom over there. We'll learn about him in a moment.
That was a phantom. Typhon Anthrophantasmus. Keep moving.
Alright, a skill recorder. There's the research area basically we're in. There's a broken control panel. You need to repair basically to fix it. Alright, note that this basically is right here a frozen mimic. It's not a dead mimic. And here's something very interesting. The Glucan cannon. Alright, so, the Glucan. The Transarc Glucan, jelly-form lattice organism obstructor, disables or immobilizes targets without harming them. Glucan can exchange flames and temporarily stop electric arcs. When hardened, Glucan can also be used as a climbable platform. So, this is like a very like powerful tool basically in this game that you can basically make use of to like, make alternate paths and stuff like that. I'm just gonna tick all this like, stuff here. And yeah, you can basically climb this stuff if you basically want to, so... You basically get up here to his corpse. Alright. You're dead. Now, note by the way, like, in this game, because I basically have turned on, like, the, like, damage conditions for, like, these weapons, we should be able to see, like, these guys basically, like, what their, like, durability and stuff like that is. So yeah, basically integrity, like, we got 37 integrity basically on his weapon here. I think this thing will probably, like, go down so we, like, go along. So gotta watch out for that. Oh, here's the security booth.
Morgan, there. In the foyer. Grab the neuromod you see in the display case. Normally it's a fake, but I swapped in a real one for you. The neuromods are critical. You won't survive without using them to install new aptitudes. I've already updated your transcribe with the list you requested. Take a look. Alright, so everything you know is about to change.
January contacted me again as I reached the foyer of the Neuromod division. An actual Neuromod was placed where the display model used to be. Installing it will help me survive against the Typhoon organisms. Now, I don't actually plan to use Neuromas basically in this playthrough, but I'll basically show off what they're basically used for, and then load up the save basically after. Is the plan, I guess. One of these things is probably not like the others. Oh, two of these things are not like the others. Yeah, these guys can hurt by a lot, so.
Warning. Vital signs critical.
Alright, now don't bother if you take too much damage, basically, you'll go really far into the red, but you'll actually start to heal up again. Basically, if you take a lot of damage, you won't necessarily die, but it'll hurt. Now, a big thing to note about this game, by the way, is that early on you're really squishy, so it is very easy to die in this game early on. I'm just gonna quickly just eat up a little bit of food here just to heal up here a little bit. I could use a health pack, but we'll just save those for an actual emergency. Oh yeah, alcohol, by the way. Alcohol makes us alcoholic, or not alcoholic, but drunk. There we go. There will be use for alcohol later on, but just right now, I'm just going to just use it for the measly little HP recovery we get from it. And you can see, by the way, the more alcohol you basically drink, the more drunk you basically get, so. Just healing up slowly. I got enough now I can basically start moving around without too much worry, I think, so. If there's another mimic in here, it should be fine to basically fight it. Alright, so here's a transcribe.
Robert?
Alice! Thank God! No one else is
Where are you?
hiding! I'm in the conference room. I can't...
Jesus! You're still in the lab?
I can't get out! There's... Where the hell is security?
I don't know what's happening, but Robert, you have to get out of there. Come to the elevators. Someone said we're evacuating. Robert?
Shh! Hang on. Someone's coming.
And that someone probably killed him. Alright, I think I'm out of food at this point. I'll let those mimics beat me up a little bit there, but oh well. Let's harvest these. Alright, so here's a Neuromod. The Neuromods and abilities. The Neuromod is a revolutionary TranStar invention that allows you to learn new skills and abilities. Press the N to open your transcribe and navigate to Neuromod section. So yes, these are Neuromods. I'll note that early on you only have access to these three tiers of them. You have scientists, engineering, and security. Basically, these are humanistic modifications that they'll basically boost up your toughness, they'll like boost up like, you know, your ability basically to move around like faster and like, you know, climb higher and stuff like that. There's one for like sneaking and stuff like that. There's like, you know, ones for like, you know, damage and, you know, stuff like that. There's also, of course, like, you know, stuff for like, you know, general skills like, you know, physician, like, it helps with like, you know, medical practices. Hacking is good for like hacking in stuff. Engineer over here myself, so like, you know, with leverage, like picking up and moving stuff. Repair. Basically getting more stuff, but basically recycle stuff, you know, something I'll show off later on. Basically, there's a lot of stuff basically you can do with neuromods. For example, if I had a neuromod, or I used a neuromod, I could like, you know, move these like, you know, things around here from like the male's like, you know, bathroom over here and look inside it. Oh, with mimics, it's always best to keep attacking them until they die, so they don't hurt you too much. There we go, pick up that stuff. I doubt there's anything in the bathrooms, but just checking. Nope. Old Mountain Tea. There we go, a little bit of health. And yeah, you can't see yourself in the mirror or anything like that, but you can turn on sinks and stuff like that, so whatever. Now, I want to know about, like, in this game, so we're basically, like, you know, near, like, the end of this episode. We're just going to do a quick save right here. So, I'll note that neuromods can be used basically to, like, you know, do lots of stuff in this game. For example, basically, there's, like, you know, a necropsy, basically, like, type of, like, you know, skill here. And, like, the science tree, is it? Or, let's see here. Yeah, right there. They'll probably basically have, like, enough neuromods to basically, like, get, like, a necropsy here. And that basically is like how you basically, you know, get access to like, you know, more like mimic tumors. To basically get it, you have to basically get like, you know, access to like, you know, Fission 1. And then you can basically get like necropsy basically after that. I'll note there's also like hacking and like, you know, other stuff basically can do, so let's just get like leverage here just to like show it off. So let's put this to our eye and we'll like, you know,
That'll be useful if you run into barricades or doors with no power. Now, let's get you to the main lobby.
now, not by the way, you actually need a little bit more strength than like, you know, leverage 1 for like unpowered doors, but whatever. Basically, I can now like pick up this stuff if you ever want to. I'm gonna like run in here a little bit. So here is Jiao Longheng. This is like the stuff I'm basically passing up if I don't like get like, leverage or anything like that, but whatever. I don't plan to basically use like neuromods I basically sort of said in like the first episode, but you know, I will at least try and like show off like, you know, what you can basically do with them a little bit. So the idea of like leverage is that you can basically use it to like, you know, pick up stuff like that, or like, you know, get like, you know, higher in a tree to like do other stuff. Repair, so you basically repair stuff. And well, conditioning basically is just like, you know, have more health, run a little bit faster, have more stamina. I think we have enough to do a little bit of repair, so let's just go back here and see what we can basically repair for ourselves. Unfortunately, I don't think there's basically a key to get into like the security rooms. So you have to like, you know, pass up on this, I guess. I'm not probably like, you know, some glass in this game. It's basically unbreakable. Alright, so right here. Let's just load up the, well, I don't need to load. I've already got it here, so. There's hacking. There's repair. So basically repair is to basically fix stuff. So it's going to put this basically on.
I knew you would pick that. Now, let's get you to the main lobby.
So yeah, she knew we picked that. And alright, so I actually need like a bunch of parts to, parts basically repair this. Look, basically in this game it's like, stuff basically can do, like, parts can repair basically to like, repair it, but basically the idea is like repair this, we can like, go up to grab shift, but whatever. Alright, one more thing to show off, hacking of course. I could like show off like, getting like, your first skills and like, position, like, conditioning, but you just get the idea. So it's like a little dab blurb after you get it, so nothing too important. Look at hacking.
Improvisation has always been your strength. You'd be dead if it wasn't. Now, let's get you to the main lobby.
So remember, basically, I like hack this like door over here. I know the hack is really interesting in this game because basically it's got like a little minigame to it. So basically, like you move around like your little thing, like basically like trying to get to the target basically. So you get over here, you press the key need, and then like hack inside. There's a weapon upgrade kit in here. But there's like a manual override button over here that you could basically hit if you want to basically get in here, but whatever. So yeah, bring turrets to fabrication. Now, not all like you need to have like certain hacking basically hit like certain stations, but basically like more hacking you have like more like you basically get hacking other stuff. There'll be more to show off as I basically go on this game, but for now. I believe that's it for like the Neuromod area. And yeah, favorites wheel by the way. So, the favorites wheel allows you to quickly select and use weapons and eventually side powers. Press the mouse wheel to open a favorite wheel and select a weapon or item. Use mouse movement to equip a weapon, blah blah. So apparently you can also consume the stuff from the side wheel as well, but whatever. For some reason, it's not letting me basically put stuff on here, so whatever. Basically, you can basically re-equip like this stuff as like what number you basically want it to be. But I guess you can't like add hypos or like medkits basically in like the PC version, or maybe it's like a bug of some sort. Who knows? By the way, it's possible to get up here if you like you use like skills and stuff like that, or like your like glue gun. It's not the easiest thing to do, but you can. All the way up here now. You know what? I haven't actually explored up here, like, initially yet, so basically I've, like, explored up here with, like, a past campaign, but it's like, when you come back here, there's really, like, enemies spawning up here, like, to deal with. Maybe I'll actually come and explore here a little bit before, like, that sort of happens, so let's just save the game here. And I'll basically see you guys next time when we basically, come back to Prey 2. Or not Prey 2, but, the Prey game for, like, 2017. Take care for now, I guess.